And hello and good evening. So, if you've been following me all week, I've just been wasting my time in MMOs, but tonight I'm wasting. You know, tonight I am returning to do some Elite Dangerous Space Road Trucking. Um, if you're joining and watching along, give me a chat. I got my chat window running. Um, I don't know how long I'm going to be on. I kind of feel like ass, but I'm going to do what I can. So I grabbed a bunch of missions here. At least I'll start by Space Road Trucking. I change my mind and do something else. I have no idea where I got that mission from. I have no intention of doing it anytime soon. Well, that's fucking zoomed in. Alright. Let's launch my big Type 9 here. Turn on the air. Give me a little bit of coolness. Ugh.
Landing gear retracted.
Docking clamps retracted. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
Hello there, viewer. Welcome aboard. Just doing some Space Road Trucking tonight. Thought I'd broadcast it and chat with anyone that wanted to come along. At least for a little while. It's a combination of, sinuses and being up since stupid 30 this morning. Yeah, I'll last as long as I can. And yeah, I do things the lazy way in a Type 9, because it's a Type 9 and it's freaking huge. Got my trusty HOTUS. Bye, viewer. Thank you for stopping in.
Frameshift drive charging.
I got my trusty HOTUS. My trusty phone to let me know when shit's going on. And a sleeping dog. 3 sleeping dogs.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna let the sleeping dogs lie. Yeah, I was around my boss a little too much today.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
So let's see. No major new developments from last night. Other than I really wish I had tomorrow off. I really wish I had tomorrow off. I did get to see the new episode of American Horror Story last night. I'm not sure where they're going with it yet. I don't think they know where they're going with it yet. I'll make a prediction. As a guy who's written LARPs, and a guy who's written horror games, and a guy who's been running LARPs and horror games for, oh god, wow, that's a horrible connection. I've got a horrible fucking connection tonight. Maybe I won't be streaming long. Wow. Wow, I'm so sorry if you joined in that. I'm dropping frames left and fucking right tonight. I am so sorry. Jesus. But whew, if you couldn't hear me, I'm gonna make a prediction for American Horror Story, and you can mark it. It's 8:34 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on September 26th, and I'm predicting something for American Horror Story. Mr. Jingles is not actually the murderer. It's that Margaret chick. I predict she is the killer, or one of the killers. I think she framed Jingles. So that is my prediction at 8:34 on September the 26th. There's been 2 nights of American Horror Story, and we'll see if my
Incoming mission critical message.
Please enjoy your stay at this facility.
we will see if my instincts as a game writer and horror writer are going to pay off on that.
Access granted. Please head directly for Bay 02. Automated docking initiated.
But I bet they do. I bet they do. So I've done a couple. I didn't stream my VR week because streaming in VR is a goddamn production. But I did stream all the MMOs I did this week. First night, of course, was Lord of the Rings Online. Second night was Star Trek Online. Last night was Secret World Legends. And as much as I absolutely adore Lord of the Rings Online, I adore the game, I adore the lore, I adore the world. I had a really great time last night in Secret World Legends. I think of the 3 nights I had the best time in Secret World Legends. It's a fun game. I may have to temporarily take a break in a minute, help with groceries. The missus coming home. Puppy. One of them woke up.
Deployed.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna keep trying to do the theme weeks like that. That was fun. So next week I haven't decided yet what I'm doing. Horror games. I love horror. I don't know, building games, sim games.
Contact. Commence power down.
So I haven't decided yet. I could do D&D games because wow, look at that. I've got a lot of the classics.
Check your information panel after docking.
I use a couple services. Among them is GOG, Grand Old Games. Has a lot of the older stuff optimized to run on new machines. It's a nice site. Most of them are reasonably priced. It does do some new stuff too. I haven't figured out that because, from what I understand, GOG is at least partially owned, if not fully outright owned by Ubisoft. So why they're, I don't know. Maybe it's odd. That was a cheap shit mission. I must have grabbed it to grab it. Oh, maybe I grabbed it to mollify the Hutton Orbital people, because I kind of pissed them off recently. I'm not grabbing something that small. Okay, so I'm gonna go back down here and make sure I'm picking up. There's always that one mission giver. Go out there and kill a lot of people for me. Thanks. Still not picking up a tiny ass mission like that.
Follow standard operating procedures and request docking permission before entering the staff.
Oh, this system's in a civil war state. Yipe. Alright, now I'm confused.
Unlawful behavior in and around the staff hall is not permitted. We thank commanders for their cooperation.
Did I pick up 2 missions here? Yeah, this is what happens when you play with almost no sleep. Okay. Where to next? The 2-system hop? Oh, that's a fair amount of hops there for no particular reason whatsoever. Hope this one pays a lot. Let's just make sure there's nothing else here. Okay. So I do have another mission in this system before I head out.
This is a flight regulation requirement. Please obstruct the exit corridor during arrival or departure. Thank you.
I'm watching my bit rate and my frame rate over here. Cause it went whack-a-ding hoy on my way into this station.
Landing restraints lifted. Maintain correct lane on exit.
We advise that all commanders be aware of their speed while
Waiting in queue, waiting in queue.
Thank you.
You know, when you're in smaller ships, they always say wait for bigger ships. They don't fucking get much bigger than this one. What the hell? And yeah, this is sheer laziness. There we go. Now we're launching. This is the Nessie, my Type 9. I think the Lycon ships have the best cockpits. Especially when I, don't feel like I'm half dead and want to be in VR. To be able to look around the Lycon cockpits are awesome. Especially, this one's great, but nothing beats the Asp. Smart, I'd book it out to COs and just start doing those missions again. A lot of money, a lot of reputation, real fast, a lot of rank.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2,
1.
engage.
I still want to sing Space Oddity every time I hear that countdown. Oh, the in-system jumps are slow when they first start out, aren't they? So again, you're just joining us. I'm just doing some Space Road trucking and chatting with whoever wants to sit back and chat with me for a little bit. So if you're popping in, say hi. I might, after I do these missions, I might move on to doing some bounty hunting, something a little bit more active. But right now, I just kind of want to, chill out. Also waiting for my missus to show up, because I know I'm going to have to help her with groceries when she does. Okay. So I don't know who I have watching, but thank you for popping in. I can see that you're here. Trying to get a bit of relaxation. It was a long day. It's been a long week. Hell, it's been a long month, hasn't it? Oh, okay, Facebook looks like it's actually cooperating. The fun of Restream. The fun of Gravity Wells. The fun of... Okay, here she comes. The right time for me to land this monster. And yes, again, I'm doing it the lazy way. I know it. I've got no shame. So, big ass Type 9. God, that's just cool.
Automated docking confirmed.
They passed each other. Okay. Hey, Milo. Let's see if Mommy's home. Go on. I tried. Yeah, okay, I'm not muted. My old head said I did that more often than I want to admit.
Unsanctioned acts of aggression will not be tolerated.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Enjoy your stay.
Really should just grab one of the big group time missions. I can do it 5 or 6 trips alone. We'll soul crush
Landing
them.
completed.
Well, I can do it.
Ground crew have been dispatched.
Alright. Come on, come on. These little piddly missions aren't helping. And I just don't feel like mining tonight. Now see, 120 units of grain for 3.5 million credits. Does that not sound too good to be true? That sounds way too good to be true. That tells me Shonen Station is likely like a Hutton orbital level of distance from the system entry point. Ha! Oh yeah, look at that. It's not quite a Hutton orbital distance, but 448,790 light years is not worth 3.5 million credits on a weeknight. All right. So I apologize, watcher. I gotta go help with groceries because married 25 years. You help with groceries. Be right back. I'm gonna mute you.
For your convenience and safety, classification emplacements are active and tracking at this station. The access corridor is designated a no-stop zone. Blockages will be removed using lethal force. Blocking the docking bay access corridor is not permitted. This starport will not allow such intolerable behavior.
Okay, I'm sorry you couldn't stay with me, but like I said, 25 years you help with groceries. It's one of the ways you get to 75 years. 25 years. Look at the 75. Fucking yeah. I'm just gonna shut up. I'll deliver that. Get out of there. 3.5 million. What a shame that's a good half an hour fucking mission to 45 minutes, probably. And I keep coming back to it, don't I?
The access corridor is designated a no-stop zone.
A lot of massacres here. This place, oh god, it's another system at war. Should come back with my beluga and get people out. Oh, I'm in the same system. still 2 jumps. Wow. Through Sirius. Alright, let's get the hell out of this system at war. I can't be serious. How many times a night do you hear that joke from someone playing? Bet you hear it a lot. Bet you hear it all, a whole lot.
Docking coupler disengaged. Observe station regulations on exit.
Okay, taken back off. 2 system hop. And I believe I'll be dumping some bio waste. Made post commander the last time I played. I agree much more with the ideals of the Federation, but I think the Imperial ships look a lot nicer.
Frameshift drive.
Probably should have grabbed a drink while I was up.
You have exceeded the station exclusion zone. Goodbye, Commander.
Bye!
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. So, if the last jump was any indication to the person who's watching, my frame rate's going to go to shit for a second. Bye, person watching.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping.
Ha! You son of a bitch. I've got someone trailing me. You know what to do for them. Get interdicted, that's what you do. Okay. Interdiction in progress.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Fuel scoop disengaged.
So what do I say to this guy that's trying to interdict me?
Warning.
You're being outflown by a freighter.
Operating beyond safety limits.
Pathetic.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond
Pathetic.
safety limits.
Yeah, I heard you the first 5 times, sweetheart.
Frameshift
Jump.
drive charging.
Get us the fuck out of here. Space Oddity every time. That's all I hear. I mean, that's showing my age. That was before my time, but that's still showing my age. It wasn't much before my time.
Fuel scooping.
But it was enough that it's making me show my age. Anything besides Cormac Hub? Alright. Cormac Hub. Destination locked. Speed set. Come and get me, space pirates.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I played in open, honestly, I'd get a Type 10, load it down with cargo holds, and arm it to the teeth for when smartasses tried to interdict me. You know, bribe some of my squadron mates that I never fucking see anymore to, you know, be on and sit in my fighter bays. Hey, relic of the past. Bluetooth. It used to fit in the back of the phone. It was a slide phone. It wasn't even a flip phone. It was a slide phone. Relic of the past. It's okay. I tend to be a relic of the past. Tomorrow is Friday. Friday the what? 27th? Yes, Friday the 27th. And frighteningly enough, the last full week of the third quarter. Sorry, I work with numbers. It's important. Chaos at times, but someone's got to do it. Trying to decide what I want to do tomorrow night. A friend wants me to go over to his place, play board games. I don't know if I'm feeling that level of social. My wife assumed I'd be streaming again tomorrow night, but kind of, you know, I'd rather do something with her, honestly, because, you know, wife. Though my kid's working a double on Saturday, all day, open to close. So, you know, I don't know where folks are living, but today was definitely a fall day for part of it. It was warm, but not overly hot. And this morning was cold, and made me realize it's time to break out jackets. And I'm just going to ramble for a little bit because I see someone's watching. Say hi, please. Hi, how you doing? What's up? I am just doing some space road trucking. After I do these deliveries, I might bust into some bounty hunting, actually get some action in. Not mining tonight, just don't feel like mining tonight. But you know, my bank balance enjoys mining. I don't. My bank balance really enjoys mining. So as you can see, you know, I got my elites in the bottom two and the easy two. Now I'm working that long fucking rank and up in combat. I got a long way to go. A whole long way to go. Oh my god, it's gonna take forever. Got some decent ranks going on here. I got the Baron because I wanted a Clipper. I happen to think it's a much more attractive ship, and I want to use it for beating up on people. Just debating about getting a Conda. I might get a Conda. I might get a Conda for full-on, you know, group combat. One thing I do not want, and this just shocks a lot of people, because I do probably consider myself a Federation pilot. I don't want a Corvette. I appreciate them for what they are. I get a chuckle out of the fact that it does have resemblance to a Victory-class Star Destroyer, especially on the bridge. But at the same time, I just think the Imperial ships are prettier. They're nicer looking ships. Spent most of last week restabilizing Saul. Somehow someone managed to put Saul in civil unrest. So I spent a lot of the time doing the Call the Civil Unrest missions. And if you're wondering, that's how I pissed off Hutton Orbital. I oopsed doing one of those missions, and I pissed off Hutton Orbital. I'll probably do some of this weekend in VR. I don't know if I'll stream in VR, as I stated earlier. Streaming in VR is a lot of fun. It looks really cool. It's a fucking production. It is a major goddamn production. Of course, I just found on Facebook it's possible to use the gamepad in No Man's Sky VR. I thought I had to use the hand controllers, and they're fine on the ground. They suck for flight. It's funny, if you played No Man's Sky or No Man's Sky VR, you get in the ship, you got a HOTAS, you got a throttle, you got a stick. Why can't I use my HOTAS? I want to use my HOTAS in No Man's Sky. So hopefully that's something they're working on. Got it in front of me, why can't I use it? I'm already, I'm a decent pilot in it with the gamepad. I could be really good with the friggin' stick. I've been playing space games. That could be a good category. And Diablo. I could do a Diablo category. Out. First-person shooters. Third-person combat. So many ideas. So many shit I can do over the next few weeks. But I'm definitely, at some point between now and Halloween, I'm going to do a horror week. And I will do my second annual Halloween broadcast of Dead by Daylight as Michael Myers. I got a lot of old games here that I've gotten over the years. I prefer physical media usually. I'm just out of room for it. I'm out of room for my Xbox physical media too. I'm thinking I'm just out of room on my Xbox. I'll take your 1.2 million credits for doing nothing. They make no mistake. I did next to nothing. I'm not going to pick up any new deliveries. I'm just going to keep moving. Going to the mortuary. I don't know, maybe this weekend I'll try to do that decoding shit. I'll grab my ass for my crate and go for a spin. Haven't been to Colonia yet. I've been out to Sagay. One of my favorite spots in the games is Morgan's Rock. I love landing in Roids. But I've been out to Sagay. I haven't been to Colonia yet, so I don't want to go to Colonia. I'm trying to wait to go to Colonia for the fleet carriers, just so I can take a bunch of my ships out. Go out with at least my Crate Phantom, probably my Fer-de-Lance, and my Type 7 or my Python. And those are actually my mining ships. My Type 7 is a straight surface miner. I can pull in a shit ton of paynite in an hour and a half. And of course the Python I do core mining with. smaller cargo hold, but I can do core mining with it. I don't like the core mining as much. I like the money it brings in. Oh, Jesus, I like the money it brings in. But Tea Garden Star, neat place. I've never been there. I don't think I've been there. I don't like them. I don't like. It's a pain in the ass. It's harder to find stuff. You go through your probes like that. Your limpets. So I'm not as much of a fan of deep core mining. Painite mining doesn't pay as well, but you can fill your hold up a lot faster, and you get, it's faster if you do rinse and repeat.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oops. Oh, let's see. Have I been to Tea Garden Star? I have been to Tea Garden Star. Okay, I just don't remember it. Going to Tea Garden Star.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Haven't had the opportunity to tabletop much lately. It's next to fucking impossible to get people together to tabletop. For a while, we were doing a couple of really good ones with Roll20. I've got 3 games going now. That might be a bit much for me.
Fuel scooping.
I've got 2 D&D games, and I was talked into running a Mass Effect D20 game. Well, it wasn't much of a talk into. It looked really neat, so I decided let's give it a shot. But, when you've got a bunch of guys in their 30s and 40s, not as easy when we're all in our 20s. But, yeah, we're going to go do this for ridiculous amounts of hours from Friday night into Saturday morning.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oh, I saw the dawn more than a few times. Saw the dawn more than a few times. In my 20s. It's great to be a nerd. It's great to be a nerd now when nerds are becoming, the rulers of the universe.
Frameshift drive charging.
Milo, that's not to chew on, dude. No, that's not to chew on. Boston Terrier. I mean it. That is not to chew on. I don't know what it is, but it's not to chew on.
3, 2, 1.
I'm comfortable. Don't make me get up. He's looking at me like I'm out of my damn mind. But that's how he usually looks at me.
Temperature critical. Fuel scooping.
How's that? Hidden what? Hidden pasture surgery. With the mortuary in the same system. That's pretty interesting.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
It's amazing the size of the fuel scoop in this. It still takes forever to fuel. When this thing starts using fuel, it uses fuel fast. But I'm not engineering these frame shift drives to go slow or go short distances. I want the big jumps. I want at least 40 light years if I can help it. Especially now that I've done the exploration for exploration's sake. Now I want to see the destination a little bit. I want to see shit. I don't necessarily need to scan. Well, I probably will anyway because it's a lot of money. Fuck it. I'll still scan everything in the system. I might actually take my time and really deep scan stuff too. Before, the last time I was out, between June and the end of July, I did a lot of FSS scanning, and that was it. I didn't necessarily map a lot of planets unless I found them to be interesting. I mapped water worlds, I mapped ammonia worlds, and I mapped any Earth-like world I came across. Even though completely fucking worthless to map, it's a role-playing thing. Definitely a role-playing thing. Wasn't feeling well earlier, now I'm hot, so I think I might have actually had a fever earlier. Go boy. Go follow your sister. Go follow Layla. Go follow Layla, buddy. You're okay. Sometimes these trips are slow. Got a lot of bio waste. It was funny, I think the guy that was chasing me was after the bio waste. Let's see, should still be up. Nope, it's not. Ah! Wrong button, Chad. That's what I wanted to do. See what was passing me. It's an orca. I don't have an orca. I have. Oh, there's a Viper Mark IV behind me. I've got a beluga and I've got a dolphin. But I don't have an orca. I understand the orcas are very popular for exploration. I might have to check that out, though I do really like my Phantom. I'm not sure I A-rated the flameshift drive. I may wind up completely buying a new one, re-engineering the frameshift drive. And it's also, it's by my own fault, because I outfitted that bastard to explore. SRV and everything. It's heavy. My ASP is a little faster. Not faster. My ASP is a little lighter, so therefore you can jump a wee bit farther. That thing's armed to the teeth as well. As much as you can arm an ASP. But I certainly surprised a few interdictors with that ASP. When I was running some real basic missions with it. Basic missions that got me a lot of Imperial rep.
Lakon, Mike Oscar, Romeo, welcome to this federal facility. Please observe all standard docking procedures.
I don't sell many of the ships unless I really, really don't like them. Like, I had an Imperial dropship for about 2 hours.
Access granted.
Couldn't even get the fuck out of the system I was in.
40.
The frameshift drive was so shit. And I couldn't get a better frameshift drive in the system I was in. So, do yourself a favor. Don't buy an Imperial dropship in Seos. Sold that, and accidentally bought an extra sidewinder. Sold that. But bastard! I kept everything else, because I want the EDSM badges. The ship collector badges. It's also amusing, because I do tend to use, you know, maybe with the exception of my poor Cobra, I almost never use my Cobra anymore. That was a loyal ship. Oh, that was such a loyal ship. Cobra was one of my favorites. So I know I've noticed I got someone watching for a while here. Can you say, you know, drop me a chat, say hi, let me know who you are, what's up. You know, welcome to my rambling.
Scan detected.
And I'm, you know, I haven't even drank anything, so I'm rambling like this. I'd broken down and gotten the Type 9 here for big hauls. Boy, what a difference it made, because I'd been using a Type 7. Now that I've got that Type 7 completely outfitted for surface mining, does really well. Buddy of mine in the squad uses a Type 10 for surface mining, or not for mining in general, and then a couple people use Asp Explorers. Somewhere in there, I've decided there has to be a middle ground, which is why I use a Python
Ground crew have been dispatched.
for core mining. When I feel like core mining, because as I mentioned, I don't have the patience for it. I think I went out one night and maybe got 30 void opals. Ship can hold 120 tons. I got 30 void opals. In the same amount of time that I would get, whatever my Type 7 can hold. A few hundred. Paynite. I'm not arguing that void opals pay more. It's Paynite's faster. It probably is just because I don't have the damn hang of it yet. The first time I tried mining, oh boy was I bitter. I didn't get crap. And I was not a happy camper at all the first time. Alright, so let's get rid of this grain. Where are we going? LHS 5. Well, you know what? Let's see where everyone is. Greenbridge. Well, of course, they're all different systems. I am smart. It's not often I actually have to do multi-system jump to do deliveries. Morgues.
Docking clamps retracted. Observe station regulations on exit.
You know, I have not been out to Leonard Nimoy Station yet. I should be ashamed of myself. I should have been out there my first week. Yeah, I like the music. What can I say? What can I say about that?
Scan detected.
Scan me, you're not gonna find anything. Scan me, copper. 4 jumps. Wow. You know, I know this one is not one that I have any deliveries to. So we'll make the jump. So apparently my watchers are family, but that's great. I assume that means Diane's watching, my wife is watching on Facebook, because, well, Facebook hates putting the chat up in my window. I can see my own chat, but I can't see anybody else's. And the other person watching is Diane's cousin Sarah, who probably is wondering what the hell's wrong.
Fuel scooping.
But by now, if she hasn't wondered what the hell's wrong with me more than a few times. Said, I've been around 25 years. Alright. So you know what I can do? I can at least throw Facebook up on my phone.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Maybe actually see if people are chatting with me on Facebook. Hey, look, there's multiple Facebook comments. Holy shit. Mondo, hey, buddy. Oh, wow. That's a couple nights in a row for you, Mondo. I miss you guys. We had such a good time at that company.
Frameshift drive charging.
Tea is in the Instapot. Bribe the husband with hot tea. That works for me.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Turn this way to hell down. I don't know why I can't just watch my comments. I have to watch my feed at the same time. But you know what? That might not be a bad thing either. But hey, watch my Twitch feed.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I don't go up the city. Look at that. I've got a delivery in this system. So we will head out to Gupta City first. Gupta. Oh, I steer like a dying pig. It's amazing I avoid the interdictions. Absolutely amazing that I avoid the interdictions. I really hate the fact that I have to watch my Facebook feed in order to... I must be right on top of this place. Yeah, look at that. I'm right on top of the place. I really hate to, the fact that I have to view my feed live. I don't want to view the feed live. I just want to see the comments. Because I don't want to, if I'm viewing the feed live, I'm inflating my viewers, and I don't want to do that. Hey Morgan, how you doing? I see you just joined the feed. Hey Milo, want to be on camera? No? Okay. Milo doesn't want to be on camera. Now see, I can see my chat. When I type something in Facebook, I can see it on my chat feed that I have for the multi-stream.
Lincoln Mike, Oscar Romeo. Welcome to this independent station, Commander. Please fly safely during arrival and departure.
Yep, so, okay, Diane's still with me, but I know someone else just started, so maybe it just doesn't, it takes forever to update the viewer count on Facebook.
Access granted. Set down on landing pad 02. You are clear for automated approach, Commander.
Alright, so I got a pair watch. Now I see two. Yeah, I see them too now. I believe that would be you and Morgan Vincent from XPI. Now it's back down to one. I'm confused. Facebook's weird.
Landing gear deployed.
Delivering some fish. It's a fair amount of money for some fish. Making sure I don't have any other missions to drop here. Okay, I do not. Having to watch 2 chat windows and my game. Yay, Facebook. Thank you so much, Facebook. Let's reset that destination. So one of the really cool things about Elite Dangerous,
Landing gear retracted.
for anyone that might watch that doesn't know, many of the system names, many of the planet names, many of the station names were named by the backers of the game, the people who did the crowdfunding. And they're named after real people, they're named after real events. It's pretty neat. Even when you're in a private group like I am now, the NPCs you run into are data ghosts of actual players. So the actual player names, actual player ships. So you know, somewhere out there in a private group, Commander Morning Sun is being shot at because he's a prick. Let's get out of this mass lock. It's gonna be murder on the phone. That's why I hate the phones. I miss the old phones that had the charger up on the side.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think my Droid 2 did that. I think my Droid 4 might have too. Night day. Yeah.
All clear. Flight control, flight control.
3, 2, 1,
Also, one thing I noticed about the Facebook streaming, it tells you when somebody arrives, but it doesn't tell you when they leave. You just see the number drop, and you don't know if they've actually left because the number might yo-yo what it's been doing.
Fuel
It's
scooping.
definitely filled with yo-yos. Okay, nothing in this system. Gotta make sure I'm actually tired tonight. 'Cause, well, last night I was tired. I just didn't get to sleep much.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
What the hell's going on?
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Warning. Temperature critical.
Yeah, I know. Temperature critical. Jesus Christ. This thing is a giant
Fuel scooping.
temperature magnet.
Fuel scooping complete.
that you could possibly want. I think I have shit. Literally, shit. I have manure. You're being outflown by a freighter. I shouldn't say that until I actually outfly him. Because I'm unarmed and it would suck. Of course, I guess my soul I was about to lose, I just throttled down. That way the frameship would have to charge in a hurry. Leave the engines in RTAX mode and run like hell. I know I'm being remarkably lazy with piloting shoot me. Freight Mark II can be a nasty combat ship. Oh, the Phantom can be a nasty combat ship. I've had my ass kicked by Phantoms. In ships that should not have had their ass kicked by Phantoms. Last Whale. These are definitely whales, these ships.
Lakon, Mike Oscar, Romeo. It's a pleasure to have you at this Federal Station, Commander. Access granted. Land on pad 10. Assisted docking initiated.
Didn't roll that much. Sometimes they do a full barrel coming in through that main mail slot. And I don't think you want to see that. So I just found out tonight, I'm not going to say any names to it. I just found out tonight, someone I had worked with many, years ago, back to the same company I worked with, Armando Lujan up there, passed away in 2012 and I didn't know about it. And I'm really upset I didn't know about it. I went to high school with her sister. Wonderful people. Wonderful pair of sisters. And I'm very upset that she passed away and I didn't know about it. It upset me quite a bit. She was one of my friends at that company, one of my really good friends. And my boss there said, we shouldn't have friends if we can help it. Because being that we were in HR, it might show favoritism. But no, I had friends and I had family there. I had a lot of family. at our height, when I was there, we were at 407 people. And I knew every single person. I knew every single name. Went to high school with a couple of them. Fought fire with a couple of them. That was such a great place. And it really bothers me. I didn't know this person passed. What can you do, right? That's, I guess that's the fun of getting older. Wow, depressing moment over, promise. Alright, so I'm gonna pass through the system. Good, okay. So I can drop my last 2 deliveries off in my next 2 jumps. Ooh, cool station. But I've had a hard time remembering people's names. You meet people, especially really, really big friggin' companies. I got 3,000 people now that I work with. And I know the ones that I deal with every day, and I know the ones that are problems. And I don't tell which ones are which. They just know if I know their names, they're one of those 2. But Mondo up there, he was one of the good guys. Definitely one of the good guys.
Scan detected.
Yeah. Let my heat come down a little bit. And jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
You have the all clear. FFC signing off.
I've got no viewers.
4, 3, 2, 1. Temperature critical.
I think I can do a D&D week. Baldur's Gate one night. Neverwinter Nights
Fuel
one night.
scooping.
And then, I've got something. I've got Temple of Elemental Evil that I've only played a little bit of.
Fuel
Got
scoop
my ass
disengaged.
slapped in that. Embarrassingly slapped. Oh wait, there's a delivery in the system. I could do Demon Stone, which would also qualify as a third-person combat game. I could do Sword Coast Legends on the Xbox. Oh, that's a good idea. You won't get to see my pretty face, but I can dig out the headset and you get to hear me. Maybe. Of course, that'd be mixer only, because the Xbox can only do mixer. It doesn't hook in the Restream, at least not the way I found it. At least I've not found a way to hook it in the Restream yet. I haven't tried very hard either. So the desk I'm playing on, I've had since I was 16. The desk is 30, almost 31 years old. It'll be 31 years old sometime next spring. I'm not going to say anything more to that because I don't want it falling down around me. More importantly, I don't want it falling down around my monitors. But for a cheap shit fiberboard desk that my dad put together one night, it's done alright. And I pounded the shit out of it. It's worn here from me working at it, sitting up ridiculous amounts of late nights in the summer.
Good to see you, Commander. Please enjoy your stay at this facility. Permission authorized. Please head directly for Bay
Check out what just
3
got
Niner.
posted to my wall.
Automated docking initiated.
Thank God I had been drinking, getting that little maudlin streak in there.
Landing gear deployed.
Do-do-do-do-do. So I think when I do VR, I'm not going to be able to have, I'm not going to be able to see the Facebook chat at all. I can throw the restream chat into an overlay window, but I wouldn't want to do both overlays and try to stream in VR because that's not going to make anybody happy.
If you're unable to complete docking procedures within the time slot, you'll need to
You're kidding me. I picked the mission up here. I was already in this system. Oh my God, I'm dumb. I am dumb, I am dumb, I am dumb. $7.5 million to deliver 2 units of tea. It's got to be going to Hutton Orbital. Okay, it's not going to Hutton. It's going to a pump and dump, that's for sure. Because I can't land this ship at it. $7.5 million credits mean you're either getting chased the entire way there, or it is 4.2 million light seconds from the entry. That is a 90 goddamn minute run. So 7.5 isn't bad for a 90-minute run, actually. Okay. Let's just get the fuck out of here, shall we? I got the jump cone boost shut off because I really don't relish the idea of going through a neutron star in this thing.
Ship uncoupled. Exit the station quickly and safely.
Copy that. Clearing a flight path for departure.
Definitely been a long day.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
Oh, here comes the interdiction. I smell it coming. Am I gonna get to Avogadro? Yeah, Diamondback Scout. That is definitely a possible interdiction.
Disengaged.
And an Anaconda that's a System Authority vessel. Okay. Well, if he's gonna interdict me, he's gotta chase me. Get over there, Hellbound Castigator. What if he even knows what castigation is? And a Viper 4. He could be a possible interdictor as well. But it looks like my friend in... Oh, that's transport. Looks like my friend at the Diamondback Scout is trying to get behind me, so he's a definite possibility for a giant pain in my ass. Hi, new viewer. Drop me a line, let me know where you're from. Or not necessarily physically from, because that's stalker creeper-ish, but let me know which service you're coming in on. I never get anyone from YouTube. I get a lot of YouTubes after the fact. Twitch has been my popular. Twitch, I actually had several people last night playing Secret World Legends. Dog hair. Yeah, Twitch. Hauler probably not going to try to interdict me. Can't tell if he's going off into the distance. Oh, he is. He's increasing distance. Okay. Alright, who's that in front of me? Great Work 2. Probably not going to interdict me. I think I've cleaned up my reputation with Hutton Orbital if they're not after me. kind of want to go shoot at things. I don't have to go shoot at things for a little bit. Though it is 10 o'clock. Maybe one or two little missions. Keep testing my strategies. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where Avogadro comes from, but all I can think of is the character from Something Positive. Damn you, Randy Milholland. That strip has gotten me through some bad shit. Wait, wanna see it? Wanna see something really horrible? I can read the screen a lot better now. A whole lot better. Can't read that one as well. Oh, no, I can.
Lincoln Mike Oscar Romeo. We've prepared a
Goodbye,
landing
viewer.
pad for your arrival, Commander. Welcome to our station.
You know, I'm assuming that Restream here is working
Request approved. Set down
everywhere.
on landing pad 17.
I know it works on Twitch.
Automated docking approved.
I'm assuming it's working on Mixer. Not that I've had any run from Mixer come in. Yeah, no. So Lord of the Rings Online has announced its Minas Morgul expansion. Odd that they're going backward, because, you know, they went up and around, and now they're coming back down to Gondor and Mordor.
Scan detected.
I probably will wait and get it with my turbine points, because I have more than enough. I think I have enough to buy it twice. So Diane hasn't paid for an expansion in Lord of the Rings in years. She's always used her points. It's one of the reasons to keep up subscription, because points are handy as shit.
Touchdown confirmed. Dispatching ground crew. Welcome to our starport, Commander.
I heard something. Probably just the screaming dog.
We extend a warm welcome to your arrival at this facility and wish a safe journey to
Ah.
all departures.
Avogadro Enterprises, home of the religious wax. I forgot about that. I knew I'd been out here creeped out by it for some reason. It's in an outbreak status.
Landing gear retracted.
Kinda makes you glad you're on space leg.
Ship restraints withdrawn. Departure authorized.
There's one of those barrel rolls I said Diana didn't like. I wonder. I'll have to try that out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay.
Fuel scooping.
Chirped. Are you using your device more than usual? Screw
Temperature
you.
critical. Fuel scooping.
My device is dying.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, Milo? I'm telling you, you could be a famous dog. You could get us lots of hits. You're cute.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Come on. Come on. Look. It's a Milo. It's a Milo dog. This guy's my best friend.
Warning. Temperature critical.
That guy's my best friend.
Fuel scooping.
Alright.
Fuel scooping complete.
You okay, buddy? I got a dog on my lap. I got a dog that's supposed to make a mess. Okay. Thanks, bud. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for visiting. Yeah, no,
Warning.
thanks for visiting.
Temperature critical.
So for a while I used DroidCam. I didn't have a webcam. DroidCam's a neat utility. I just, argued with it sometimes. But the camera on my phone using it was really impressive. It's a BlackBerry. BlackBerry Key 1. It's actually a surprisingly impressive camera. It's just the phone operating system is being sabotaged by updates. They love to say, "Oh, we don't do that." Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. doesn't think they don't do that ain't paying attention. Boy, I've noticed the games that get the most paid attention to when you stream them are the really eclectic ass games. Secret World Legends, that might have been one of my all-time highs. Baldur's Gate. Pool of Radiance. I forgot about Pool of Radiance. That got a lot too. There were a lot of people that spotted that on the stream list and were amazed because they hadn't played it in years.
Lincoln, Mike, Oscar, Romeo. Welcome to the station, Commander. Commence with docking procedures.
But if you were a fan of those old gold box games, man, you better hit GOG.com. Every single one of them. All the Pool of Radiance games, all of the Kryn games, the Savage Frontier... Ow. Ow. Shit. Savage Frontier games.
Scan detected.
What the hell is that game? Oh shit, oh shit. Let me rescue my cable modem.
Landing gear deployed.
I'm sorry. I is easily distracted.
If you're unable to complete docking procedure within your time slot, you'll need to exit the bay and resubmit a docking request.
Landing completed. Engaging docking restraints. Enjoy your stay at our
Probably in the
facility,
abyss that's at
Commander.
my feet.
Ensure you have received authorization before entering the docking bay. If you don't have access permission, please exit the facility immediately.
That was the last of those missions, and yeah, unfortunately that brings a mild amount of tiredness with it.
Other docking areas.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship is disengaged from landing pad. Your way is cleared for departure.
Access to docking facilities requires flight control authorization. Please submit
It must have fallen.
requests before entering the
That's unfortunate.
docking bay.
It's Oh no, wait. There's the main game. From referring. Mission. Pardon me while I look for something while I auto launch. That's my Acer recovery disc. I haven't had an Acer since, oh geez, 2000. But I got that recovery disc. Okay, not knowing where that CD is going to drive me up a damn wall. Because it's usually sitting. It's usually sitting there. Where's my Diablo? There's my Diablo 2 expansion. It's here. I know it's here. It's a city building. Pharaoh. And it was by Sierra Online. Cute when the days when they really called themselves Sierra Online. They weren't really actually online.
3, 2, 1.
Day, it was an amazing company. Amazing games. Adventure games, text-based adventure, graphic-based adventure. If you played King's Quest, the new King's Quest games, well, Sierra made the original King's Quest games.
Fuel scooping.
Ken and Roberto
Fuel scoop
Williams,
disengaged.
the founders. They also made the two Phantasmagoria games, which were sick as shit. That first one was disturbing as hell. Soundtrack to Icewind Dale. That's the best part of Icewind Dale. Guild Wars Nightfall. Guild Wars was a great game. The first game. I thought the second one was a little boring. And I know there's a whole lot of people that are going to hear that and go, "What? You thought it was boring?" Yes, I thought it was boring. I thought they dropped the ball. That is an empty CD case. That was something else falling behind my desk. Okay. Let's move these up here for the moment. Don't fall, fellas. That's a Windows 95 CD. Yes, I have a Windows 95 CD. And to anyone that actually knows me in person, this should not surprise you. You would have been far more shocked if I didn't. I don't know, somewhere around here there's a Windows ME CD. I'm one of the 3 people in the country that had a stable Windows ME system. It was on that Acer. I actually had was telling an IT guy one time that I had.
Mike Oscar Romeo.
Because I'm not an IT guy.
We'd be happy to serve you.
I don't have the patience to be an IT guy. I was telling an IT guy that I had a working ME machine. And he looked at me and went, "Oh, so you're the one in Pennsylvania." I think I might have been one on the East Coast.
Make your way to landing pad number 24.
Well, one of the guys I worked with
Commander. Clear for assistant doctor.
claims that he had a working ME system. I think a lot of people had a working ME system. I had a stable ME system. It was stable. I've used every Windows except Vista. Wouldn't use Vista. Hated it the moment I saw it. 20 plus years ago, I worked for a place called Computer City. And they were debuting Windows 95. Windows 95. So they brought it in, 95A. And they were going on about how stable it was and you couldn't crash it. Nothing would ever hurt it. I'd had a friend who worked for a competing company, not Apple, who had a far superior operating system. Fuck it. He worked for IBM and helped develop OS2 Warp. He told me a secret. He went in to a Windows 95A machine and opened up a command window.
Docking confirmed. You may
CMD.
disembark when ready. Station
And then
facilities
in
are
that
at your
window type
disposal,
CMD,
Commander.
and in the next window type CMD. If you did that in about 3 or 4 times, it would completely and miserably crash the system. So the guy from Microsoft is in the Computer City one day, and he goes, "You can't crash it. I dare any of you to crash it." So I went over and did the CMD, and it overloaded shit, and it went down hard. And he looked at me, and the service manager and the sales manager are trying not to laugh. But they actually got rid of the ability to do that by Windows 95B, and I think I might have been one of the reasons why. But I used OS2 Warp a lot. Used it to run a bulletin board service. There's a funny and moderately famous story among my friends. My wife was sitting at the computer one night, and I look over and I realize she's got the bulletin board's minimized. She's got a WinOS 2 session going, and about 3 different Netscapes running. And this was back in the days, you know, of no, it wasn't Netscape. It was something else, because we couldn't run Netscape at the same time as the bulletin board. A friend was on the board, and he called our voice line and said, "What are you doing different? It's running really well tonight." And I'm like, "Well, Diane's got about 3 windows of something going on. She's got a WinOS 2 session going on. The bulletin board's in the background, and I'm pretty certain she had a node up on the bulletin board as well running for her own stuff." And this was in the age of Windows 95A and B, and it was on a 486 SX25, not even a DX, an SX25, a single clock processor, and 8 meg of RAM, and it ran exactly the way they said Windows 95 would run. OS2 Warp could do everything they tried to say Windows 95 could. Windows did not duplicate that success until Windows XP. Windows XP came the closest. I suspect Windows 7 and Windows 10 could certainly do it. Boy, I hated 8. Oh god, I hated 8. I suspect 7 and 7 was a really good. XP 7, XP 7, and I even like 10. 8 was just gimmicky, and of course, Vista was shit. Really, 7 was an apology for Vista. It's fucking hysterical how many systems I've used over the years. Linux before Linux was... Well, actually, I used Unix.
Authorization to be inside the docking bay? Remember, loitering is a violation.
Fertile Lance has got some shields, baby. So I'm not sure. I see. I've got a watcher. You know, please feel free to drop me a line. Let me know what service you're coming in on. Say hi. Laugh at my rambling. Tell me I'm too old for this shit. Which I kind of sort of. I wonder what that box is. Bet it's another Guild Wars box. I've got physical media everywhere. I gotta box it up. Okay. What time is it? 10:30. Do I really want to get involved in any kind of bounty hunting? I should probably wrap up. I haven't slept well. I really should wrap up. What do you think, Milo? Should I wrap up? I know. As far as you're concerned, it's bedtime. As far as you're concerned, the moment the sun goes down, it's bedtime. Awesome dog. Absolutely awesome dog. That didn't work. Hate my phone. Hate my phone. So we want to see if I get my ass kicked. I'm not the greatest at combat yet. I'm getting there. I'm getting better. I pick on a lot of... Hey! Thank you, Paw Paws Gaming. I got a follow on Mixer from Paw Paws Gaming. Thank you very much. That's even better than that's even better than hello. Okay, you know what? As long as he's not in a fucking conda, I'm gonna try to take this bastard.
Incoming mission critical message.
Alright, Commander, thanks for the money you donate. I'm not donating money, but I'm going to Duamta. Ruben F. Silva. Ruben F. Silva in Duamta.
Loading gear retracted.
Docking clamps retracted. Observe queuing system when exiting.
Jump to Duamta. Don't feel too bad about Paw Paws Gaming. Don't feel too bad about playing this. I'm older than you. Yeah. I actually remember the original back in '84. My neighbor had it on his Commodore. And I remember a couple iterations later, my cousin had it. And I remember being confused as all hell by it. He'd lent me a copy of one of the later versions. And I think I played. I know I played Nintendo. The Nintendo Entertainment System had a version of it that I know I played. I rented it. I rented it for my West Coast video. And then every time I wanted to rent it again, I couldn't find it because I enjoyed it. I was confused as hell by it, but I enjoyed it. But you know, my gaming, I cut my teeth in gaming.
Frameshift drive charging.
All clear. You're clear to resume
In the
all
Infocom
navigation.
games, the text games. Yeah, you never heard of it at all. Yeah, it's been around for a very long time. You can YouTube the original commercial for the original game. It's funny as hell. It's very 1980s.
Incoming mission critical message.
I'm going to get my ass kicked.
Fuel scooping.
I know I'm going to get my ass kicked. It's going to be funny. I might have to.
Fuel scooping complete.
Location. Nope. Did he really run? Gotta talk to Alex Savage in Groombridge 1718. Man, after flying with Type 9 all night, this thing handles a dream. First in-depth game I ever played was on my Atari 520 ST playing Dungeon Master. I remember it, but I don't think I ever played it. From about 1985 to about 92, I had an IBM PC Junior. I don't know what the hell IBM was thinking with this thing. Although it was the toughest computer. To this day, it's the toughest computer I ever had. The case was a steel cage.
Frameshift drive
But it had one drive, one 5 1/4 drive. It had next to no RAM, and it had no hard drive, and it was all RGB graphics. So my games were a little limited in that period. Although you did expand it to 640 RAM, because you know no one's ever going to need more than that, right? But even up as far as the early 2000s, my dad's computer, that thing still ran.
Fuel scooping
It had
complete.
it had a 300 baud modem. It hurt. Who the hell am I meeting? Alex Savage. Alex Savage. I hate when that happens. But this, I started playing this in March. It's addicting. It's very addicting. Yeah, I'll stop with the nav beacon. Yes, it is amazing in VR. Love it in VR. Usually I prefer to do combat in VR because it's just so much better than I can look up and around and actually see what I'm looking at. But a combination of the stream gets pissy in VR at the moment, and I've got a little bit of a headache. I didn't want to do VR tonight. Maybe I'll actually scan the nav beacon. They are. You get that. You get a momentary drop to the Steam load screen while the system app loads in, and
Scan
sometimes
detected.
they're interesting to navigate in.
Scan
But
detected.
between voice attack, I've got a Logitech macro keyboard and everything on the HOTAS. Yeah, I don't do Astro. I just map my own voice attacks. I've got everything I could possibly need for it in VR. Alright, so I gotta actually apparently hunt for this guy a little bit. They're shooting at me? No, they're not. Okay.
Target shields offline.
She is thrashing that federal agent. What's he in? He's in a Diamondback. He's fucked. Alright. Do I get any clues to where this guy's hiding? This is a bit more like bounty hunting. Actually having to do a little bit of investigation.
Scan detected.
Alright.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I've done a little bit of extra voice modding. At one point, I actually had some stuff for Star Trek Online. And I've started mapping some stuff in for Star Citizen. But Star Citizen really pissed me off last time I played it, so I haven't played it in a couple weeks. When I'm running voice attack, I can use it to start Discord. I can use it to start up. There's Alex Savage. Where the hell is he? He just spoke to me. I like voice attack. I registered it. Okay, he spoke to me. Come on, dude. Where are you? That's an Orca. That's probably not him. Yeah, no, I think we'll be dead before it gets out of alpha. God, I love Chris Roberts' games. I absolutely adore the Wing Commander games. Oh, there goes Alex Savage. Yeah, dude, drop down. I'll follow you. Star Citizen did a major change to its flight model. And it sucks. It really sucked. trying to figure out, okay, you know, you're in a spaceship, it's got the whole retro rocket thing, it's physically a lot more accurate than, say, X-Wing, but you're in space, and you cut your throttle, you come to a stop readily, but you're in the ground in an atmosphere with friction, you cut your throttle, and you keep gliding for 5 kilometers. So they got that a little backward. They got that a lot backward. And they dinked with the collision mechanics. I hit part of a superstructure on a space station launching, and I was moving slow. I mean, I could have walked to the superstructure faster than my ship was moving, and it still broke me up. So I'll let them fix that crap before I do it. It's also a great game for memory leak because there's no
Incoming
optimizations.
mission critical message.
Alright. Where nearby? This guy better be, this guy better not be in a goddamn Conda. I can't take Condas alone yet.
Frameshift drive charging.
I've been following Star Citizen since they announced it. I started backing it about a year into it. I've got buddies that have hundreds of dollars tied up in it. And no, we're not complaining about that. We're not complaining about the money at all. I'm complaining that they took a working flight mechanic and broke it, thinking, oh, we're going to enhance it and do this, and then no, you made it almost impossible to play. It's got great HOTAS support though, I'll give it that.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, he won't be in a Conda, he'll be in a cutter. Watch that. Or the big Alliance ship that has liquefied me very quickly in the past.
3, 2, 1, engage. Mission objective detected. Incoming mission critical message.
Okay, do I got a location? Or do I gotta head to the beacon?
Fuel scooping complete.
Maybe he'll jump me on my way to the beacon. That happens occasionally. What's this guy's name again? Ruben Silva. Ruben Silva. Is one level above me in difficulty. Normally I pick on guys at my level or below. Hello, Christine on Facebook. How are you? making me work for this one. I like it.
Scan detected. Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Do my lazy flight out there. Make sure my goofy ass configuration set. Still doing a lot of playing with combat configurations in this ship. I haven't found exactly what I want yet. This is good. I like the style of this one, but I think I want to try the dumbfire missiles. A little harder to hit, but they do more damage. One of my squad mates was just thrashing stuff with dumbfire missiles. For good or for ill, this will be my last action tonight, I think. The question is do I go down with the ship if he overpowers me, or do I run like hell? $3.8 million. I can afford it. I mean, I want to pay it. Speed up a little bit, shall we? I meant to log off when I delivered that stuff. I still gotta walk the dogs. But the lure of trying something stupid always wins. You've gotta have had a bad habit in games of doing stuff that's stupid. Especially in MMOs. So you're walking into areas where you have got no business being for about 30 more levels. Oh look, it's a level 50 elite orc. I'm gonna go fuck with it. It never ends well. I go fuck with the level 50 elite orc. I'm only level 17. True story. Ran like hell. course, I'm not entirely sure what the level 50 elite work was doing so close to a starter area. So, surprise! I eat them for breakfast now. OBS dropped 403 frames the first 5 minutes of the... Oh shit, yeah. The first 5 minutes of the stream. And it's been fine since. I don't know why it dropped it. I thought it was when I jumped. I thought it was going to be one of those nights with frame rates, but yeah. Asp Explorers can be mean ships. They have a surprising... I think they got 6 hard points. I got interdicted one night in my Asp Explorer. Made that guy really, really sorry. Wow, this is actually longer distance than I thought it was. I jumped into MMOs with a game called Earth and Beyond. It was just, it was actually kind of like, sort of, kinda, like Eve. Eve was Earth and Beyond done better. But it was a fun game, and I went from that right to Star Wars Galaxies, and I jumped in at Star Wars Galaxies about 18 months in. Right in time to help beta the Jump to Lightspeed expansion. And that was so much fun getting to do that. Doing a patrol one night in that. And the patrol missions where you just got wave upon wave upon wave of enemies at you until you defeated like 9, 12 waves, depending on which mission it was. I was in the beta. I was in a Headhunter Z95 or Z95 Headhunter. Just trying to work my way up to getting a Y-wing. Doing this patrol, and just wave after wave after wave after wave of TIE fighters coming at me, and I beat the piss out of all these waves of TIE fighters, and every third wave, an ace would come in flying something that had shields, just a TIE bomber or something that had shields, and it just kept, and the waves are getting harder and harder, and I'm just wiping them freaking clean. And granted, it's not that it was hard, the AI was goofy as hell. And finally, one of the developers was watching what was going on from their end, hopped in, and came out at me in a TIE Advance. I'm in a Z95, and I was using a TIE Advance. Motherfucker, this is my guy, this is my guy, this is my guy. So this guy in the TIE Advanced, Federal Assault Ship. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. This guy in this Federal Assault Ship. This guy in the Federal Assault, this guy in the TIE Advanced came at me. I wiped him clean. But I was told later.
Target shields offline.
that I was at least partially responsible for a major AI upgrade in how the patrol pilots work. Because I was destroying. I mean, they were TIE fighters for the most part. TIE fighters have their shields with them. I'm glad the support ship showed up. I actually am. I think he might have went before. He hasn't.
Target shields online. Target shields offline.
Nice! He didn't hand me my ass! So I got a bounty to put in for that as well. With Sirius. What's the odds are of there being a Sirius? I keep wanting to say Sirius Cybernetics. I'm a nerd. Sirius Corp, alright. Double-A. I'm not getting bed by 11, am I? I'm looking for chemical manipulators. Gotta engineer that frame shift drive.
Scan detected.
Okay.
Frame shift drive charging.
Python, Eagle.
4,
Python and Eagle.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Engage.
Oh man, that was fun. I probably should have done that earlier in the night. That was a lot more fun than hauling bio waste. Oh, I guess there's a point for hauling bio waste. How about Ray Enterprise? It's closer. Okay, so neither of those. I'm guessing Ray Enterprise is ground-based. I'm really not in the mood for that, so I guess I'm going the distance. Then it should be a short hop home. She's a tough girl, this ship, the Phantasm. I love looking around inside the cockpits and the bridges in VR. especially the big ships. Forget what I flew the other night. It was really weird to be back in a non-multi-cruise ship. I think I might have flown my Cobra or my Sidewinder. No, even the Cobra's multi-crew. I think it might have been my Sidewinder I flew for something. No, it was my Crate. So it was multi-crew, but the way it sits, it looks single crew. Because you're up front, nice and up front in the cockpit, not off to the side. You know, this is the British. This is the British one, I guess you could say. Because the co-pilot seat's way over there on the left. The pilot's on the right. Interesting to know that the Cobra is not that way. Another thing that happened to me in Star Citizen that pissed me off. I landed on a planet. Shut everything down. Got out of my seat. Lowered my cargo ramp. Walked down my cargo ramp. Stepped foot on the planet and watched my ship blow away like a leaf. It was almost comedic. Almost. Getting closer, the distance is counting up. Well, not the distance, but the time is counting up. I love that. That always makes me laugh. Good night, phone. Okay, so if you are watching me on Facebook, I no longer know. Better give that a charge before I attempt to walk the dog, since my flashlight. I didn't get the warning that was going to happen. Hate my phone. It's counting down again, finally. Thank God the trip back to Abe Lincoln's not that bad. I should have just gone back to Sirius. It would have been closer. o'clock, I'd interdict his ass. This is the trip that never ends. Don't worry, I'm not going to start singing. Interesting.
Maintain heading and slow to approach speed, Commander. Landing permitted. Prep for arrival on landing pad 30. Automated docking approved.
Resolution is different.
Landing gear deployed.
But it worked anyway. Interesting. Okay. Try that bounty in real fast to get my ass back to Earth.
Clear to disembark.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship detach complete. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Beware that flight controllers are in operation at this starport. Please obey speed restrictions. Fly safe and fly safely.
Don't know why. Really doesn't matter.
Frameshift charge detected. Charging.
Speed restrictions are now lifted. Flight control signing off.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping.
This baby drinks in the hydrogen from the sun. Or the helium. I'm not sure which it's actually scooping. I always assumed it was the hydrogen. I don't know. I'm too damn tired to know astrophysics. I occasionally will do a $5 Friday feature where I find a game that's about $5 and play the hell out of it. My wife dared me to find the old Infocom games and play them. She's usually right about that sort of thing, so I probably should try. Although the first game she played was Sierra's Quest for Glory 2. She wandered around for hours, lost in the city streets, couldn't find her way out, couldn't get between two plazas. All you had to do was walk straight. I got called some names.
Sorgon Peterson, Mike Oscar Romeo. The Federation welcomes you, Commander. We'd be happy to serve you in this port. Approved for access. Please land on pad 4-5. You are go for automated docking. Enjoy the ride, Commander.
Yes, I can manually dock. Just don't feel like it. My crate and I think my asp and my clipper are all manual dock ships. In fact, I'm pretty certain my crate doesn't even have Super Cruise Assist. It's fully manual. My clipper may or may not have Super Cruise Assist. Wow, I'm getting a
Landing gear
headache.
deployed.
Probably been playing this a little too long. It may or may not have Super Cruise Assist. I don't remember. I think I took it out to do hatchbreaker Olympics for when I was privateering. This may or may not be why Hunting Orbital
Solid
Trucking
contact.
Association is upset.
Dispatching ground crew. Welcome to the station, Commander.
Okay, 1.6. How the hell did my reputation with the Federation go down 1%? Just did a mission for them. Okay. But that brings us to the close of a night, because I am tired and old and I have to go to work tomorrow. So I would like to thank everyone for stopping in. Popeye's Gaming for sitting and chatting with me for a while. Of course, my wife for attempting to gather people. My old buddy from one of my old jobs, Mondo, popping in. I want to thank everyone that came in. I want to thank everyone that watched, and I want to thank everyone that's going to watch on the replays, particularly in YouTube, where I seem to get all my replay watches. Have a great night, folks, and we will see you next time. I just want to do one last little gimmicky thing here for myself, so I know when to actually stop the stream. Don't want to cross the stream. I don't think I'll be on tomorrow night, one way or the other. I might. I don't know. But if I am, I am. If I'm not, well, I'm not. But as always, again, I would like to thank everybody. Didn't tell me how many arcs I earned tonight. Well, screw it. Or they must have changed that. I probably got too much grief from people. Alright, once again, hey, have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.